Super Plus.
Greetings and welcome to the Hills of Steel 2 Tank Breakdown series. I'm your host Andrew and we're back with another video in this series. As you may have noticed from the intro, we're super excited to introduce a brand new tank to the lineup. Everyone say hello to Scarab. There are a number of unique things about Scarab. The first, which you'll notice right away, is that it is a hover tank. This is a new visual effect and is not affecting the way that the tank plays at all. The second thing is that Scarab is a support tank. It has two separate modes, an attack mode and a heal mode, but we'll see more of that as we get into the gameplay. Players have the ability to level up Scarab like they do other tanks through cards and coins, as well as add attachments. However, we're going to be playing Scarab at level 1 with no attachments and no level up at all, so that you can see what it looks like straight out of the box. Of course, as you do level it and find items, you'll be able to play it in a different style to whatever fits your play style. At a quick glance at the stats, you'll see that it is a generally good all-round tank, except for the speed, where it is quite fast. But let's now go see that in action as we jump into some bunker bash. With Scarab, the idea of being a support tank means that you're able to help your teammates while they do all the damage. When we get into the game, the first shot that we have is a 4-shot healing. As you can see, we can fire off in front of ourselves to either land the healing shots in the area in front of us, or when we get the reticle, it'll target a specific tank. The shots, however, cannot heal yourself, so you need to be careful. Whenever it's time to do some damage, you can see that we have a little switch button above the attack. This will then switch us into our attack mode. With the attack mode, we have 6 shots that we're able to fire off at the enemies to do a respectable amount of damage. So if we have our team healed up and comfortable, we can switch into that mode and do a lot of damage to assist them, and then switch back to the healing if we need to. Our special ability is a healing canister. The healing canister fires out and lands in an area. It will then pulse and do healing to any friendly unit within that area, yourself included. So, although you can't heal yourself with the shots, the special ability is a good way to heal yourself back up. The canister plus the healing of the shots can be very crucial to helping your team survive, especially in other game modes which we'll see later on. But as we stated, you can then quickly switch into the attack mode to help assist your teammates in taking down bunkers, other enemies, or just doing damage in general. When the reticule for healing is on another tank, it can actually work both forwards and backwards, so if one of your teammates takes a lot of damage and then falls behind you, you'll still be able to heal them even though they're behind you. Damage shots, however, will only remain in a forward facing direction. But now that we've done some bunker bash, let's now check out where it can really matter, as we jump on over to some Rampage. So with Rampage, the objective being to kill enemies as much as possible, having a healer like Scarab is going to be absolutely crucial. Not only will you be able to assist with the kills, but helping your team survive as long as they possibly can will deny the enemies any kills and then help keep your team in the running for a win. With the style of Scarab, you can do a number of things. You can sit in the back line and actually just heal, or you can get a little aggressive and do damage to the enemy units as well. One of the advantages of the special as well is that when you fire it out in front of you, you can actually use it as an aggressive tactic to push forward, because once it lands, your teammates know that they can push into that, stand in it, and be safe. Of course, it always depends on the situation, so you need to be careful as to where you're placing it. Being able to use the hills to your advantage is crucial as well. If you sit back on a high up hill, you'll be able to assist your teammates without taking any damage. Of course, that'll all depend on how well your team perform as well, so be careful. With the special and your healing shot, it does heal quite a bit, but if being attacked by multiple targets, you're not invincible. There is still the chance you need to go down, so be careful on when you're throwing down that special. It will generate quick enough if you're switching in between healing and damaging, so practice jumping in and out of when to do damage and when to heal. With Scarab being a support tank and leaning more towards the team play mode, finding yourself in a one-on-one situation or as the boss in the boss battle might be a little bit more trickier, especially since the heal itself won't heal you and only the special can. If enemies are able to get past your damage range, they'll be able to take you down quite easily. So, be careful when going into one-on-one situations. In this particular game, you're going to see how crucial Scarab can actually be. Paired up with the Sparky as well means our heal and stuff is going to generate a lot faster. We find ourselves in a pretty bad situation where we're down in star count, and we need to be able to take the enemies down. So, while the enemies have the stars gathered, Scarab is able to use the heal to get the team going, helping survive, and then when paired up with the Sparky, we're able to charge in, do a lot of damage, and take all the stars for ourselves. The fact that with Scarab you're able to keep your teammates surviving long enough to do the damage is crucial to the game mode. Unlike Morty, whose heal is from the special only, the ability to heal all the time with Scarab is going to make you a very important team member. With the speed as well, you're able to dash in and dash out to do damage and get back to safety quite quickly. This of course then, paired up with a different range of tank attachments, will see you do more damage, survive better, or even do more healing. So with Scarab, you want to practice when to heal, when to switch into doing damage, and where and when to place your special so that it benefits the team the best. Of course, as we mentioned, in one-on-ones, in boss mode as well, you might find it a little bit trickier. The key thing to remember though with Scarab is that as a support tank, if you can keep your team alive, it'll make the game a lot easier and you'll become a very important asset to the team. This concludes our look at Scarab in the Tank Breakdown series. Don't forget to like and subscribe to keep up to date with all the ongoing content. Join our Discord to interact with all our fans, as well as follow our social medias to keep up to date with everything we're doing. Until the next time, have fun, and we will see you on the hills.